What is up? It is time for another episode of Jesse's Collectible Showcase, and today I'm going to be doing classic rock cassettes. This one is Fleetwood Mac's Greatest Hits. I don't remember exactly where I got it. I don't think I've listened to it before, but I guess I'll have to try it out and maybe do a review on it tomorrow. This one I got at the Value Village for 50 cents. It is part of a Reader's Digest cassette series of Elvis's Greatest Hits. This one kind of sucks, like, as far as the quality is concerned. This one is another Elvis Greatest Hits series from Time Life magazine. And both sides are actually mono, which is pretty cool considering the fact that it's a tape and most monos are, vinyl and stuff. And it's the rock and roll era, Elvis Presley, 1954 to 1961. This one is a dual cassette. This is another one, much like the same situation with the Led Zeppelin 4 in the previous video, that I basically like to listen to every single day. This is a double album of Leonard Skinner, their first album pronounced Leonard Skinner, and the other side is their second album, Second Helping. This one I got from a friend of mine. It is Foreigner's Greatest Hits. Well, it is Foreigner Records, but I'm just calling it their Greatest Hits. There's some slight warping on Jukebox Hero, but that's about it. This one I haven't listened to much either. It is Let It Bleed by the Rolling Stones. The cassette itself is actually in good condition too. This one is The Best of the Doors. I got this one at the Goodwill on a hot summer day for 10 cents. And this was actually the first Doors tape I've got. Since then I had, two other different greatest hits tapes by them. This one is a heart tape where it's like a best of mixtape, one that I got from my grandma on my birthday. This one is Skeletons from the Closet, the best of the Grateful Dead. Actually, no, it's not. It's just a case of it. But it is the best of Grateful Dead. What a long, strange trip it's been. This one I haven't listened to yet. My guess is that it might be in shitty condition due to the wear on it, but only one way to find out. This one is a random Paul McCartney and Wings mixtape. Has most of the songs I like by them on there. That was the band that Paul McCartney was in after he left the Beatles. This one is pretty cool. This one's a demo that was recorded off of vinyl. This is a demo for Moonflower by Santana, which has Black Magic Woman. This one is Some Girls and Sticky Fingers by the Rolling Stones, another one I got from my grandma, along with the Moonflower demo. Now these next four are going to be the same, situation I got from my grandma on my birthday. She gave me a lot of tapes. This one is Creedence Clearwater Revival, which I am a huge fan of, where one side is More Creedence Gold, and on the other side is Cosmos Factory and Creedence Gold. This one is Dark Side of the Moon and Animals by Pink Floyd. This one is a best of, along with Head Games, Double Vision, and One by Foreigner. And this one, on one side it is Street Survivors, and on the second side it is Second Helping by Leonard Skinner. This one is Fly Like an Eagle by Steve Miller. I think I got this one for free at a record store somewhere. I've listened to it a couple of times and it's in good condition. This one is The Wall, and I've actually had to do some repairs on it, but I haven't, tested it out to see how well the repairs work. This one is a random Grateful Dead mix I haven't listened to yet. This one, well, it actually is Skeletons from the Closet, Best of Grateful Dead right here. This one is John Lennon live in New York City. I haven't listened to this one yet. It is one I got for 50 cents at Value Village. And this one is another one I have. It is the Mission Impossible 2 soundtrack. And for those Metallica fans out there, yes, it's the one that, they found getting distributed on Napster a lot for the song I Disappear. This one is Elvis Presley, the #1 hits, which I got for 10 cents at the Goodwill. This one is Jane's Addiction, which is not going to be in mine much soon, but I'm going to give it to a friend. It is Nothing Shocking. As you can see, that's a pretty trippy ass album cover if you can't see it very well. This one is Jerry Lee Lewis's greatest hits, and that's sad because it doesn't have his greatest hit, Great Balls of Fire. This one is Cassette Hit Greatest Hits Volume 2 by the Eagles, which is one I got for free. This one is another one that I got from my grandma. It is the Best of the Doobie Brothers, which my grandpa actually used to be a roadie for back in the early 70s. This one, it is not a rock tape, just like I have another one that's not a rock tape either, but it's still pretty cool. This one is Life is Too Short by one of my favorite hip-hop artists, Too Short. This one is another version of the Eagles' greatest hits, which I think I might sell or get rid of. This one is Timepieces, the Best of Eric Clapton. I've only listened to this one a few times. I got it from Value Village for 50 cents. This one is Creedence Clearwater Revival, Down on the Central, which I think is just like a compilation, not an exact full album, but it's pretty good. This one I got from my dad as a Christmas present. It is Rumors by Fleetwood Mac. This one is Unplugged by Eric Clapton. I got it for 50 cents, and I haven't really listened to it yet. I actually listened to this version of Layla a lot more than Derek and the Dominoes version, even though I like the original version better. This one is Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band Greatest Hits. Has my favorite song by him on there, Turn the Page. This one is a Greatest Hits of the Doors. I ended up getting at an estate sale. This one is a compilation with just, different oldies like Leader of the Pack, Runaway, This Magic Moment, and Great Balls of Fire. This one, on one side, is some songs by Yes, and on the B side, it is Dark Side of the Moon by Pink Floyd. This one is a compilation of hits by the Rolling Stones, but is put in a cover of Hot Rocks 1964-1971. This one is Wish You Were Here by Pink Floyd, with the opening song Shine On You Crazy Diamond is about Sid Vicious. This one is the Police singles Every Breath You Take, which I like listening to. The only song that it has the only song that I do like that's not on there is Synchronicity. This one is another Doors Greatest Hits tape. This is one of the ones I got from my grandma. And These two I got from the Goodwill. I'm going to try and do them as fast as I can. This one is In the Dark by the Grateful Dead. This one is One More from the Road by Leonard Skinner. These I got at the Goodwill. This one I only listened to once. It is Paradise Theater by Styx. And this is Chronicle by Creedence Clearwater Revival. And the rest of these are ones that I got from my grandma. Well, actually, with the exception of this Too Short tape right here, it is their is the player years 1983 to 1989. Nope, 88. This one is the White Album by the Beatles. This one is the Blue Album, which is 66 to 70 by the Beatles. This one is a couple of different John Lennon albums, Double Fantasy and Milk and Honey. And the other side, it is George Harrison, Somewhere in England. Hope you guys can see this, like the, very clear. I'm trying to rush as fast as I can because we're getting to the time limit, and I'm starting to become pretty tired. This is Beatles' Red Album, which is from like 64 up until Revolver, I believe. This one is Neil Young. On one side is Freedom, on the other side is Harvest, which I've listened to both. I don't really like Neil Young that much. This one is Yes. On one side it is 90125, and on the B side it is Yes Songs. This one is Aerosmith. On one side, actually one side is Aerosmith, the other side is Robert Plant. On the Aerosmith side, it is Permanent Vacation. On the Robert Plant side, it is Now and Zen. This one is a oldies mixtape, which is pretty cool. It has, Hot Rod Lincoln, Move Over, stuff like that. Rock Me. This one is a Robert Plant one. One side is Principle of Moments, and on the B side, Pictures at 11. This one is Paul McCartney. On one side it is Tug of War, and on the other side it is Band on the Run and London Town. This one, it is Wings Over America by Paul McCartney and Wings. This one is Supertramp, my favorite albums by them, Crime of the Century and Breakfast in America. I actually have Crime of the Century on vinyl. This one is an Eric Clapton tape. One side it is Another Ticket and History of Eric Clapton. On the B side it is Slow Hand. This one on one is Jethro Tull. On one side it's Aqualung, and on the B side it is Stormwatch and Best of Jethro Tull. And last but not least is that's it. I hope you guys like and subscribe, maybe even put a few comments on the video. I'm sorry that, I'm speaking softly, but I'm the only one awake, and my voice is kind of hurting from the other two videos I did. And, yeah, have a nice